Right, you see where all the female parts are? You might be able to see the side. There's one in there as well. In there. In there. What you need to do is make sure there's clearance so all the boys are not going to get cock blocked.
Okay, oopsies tonight instead. It's Sophia Baxter.
Sophie Alice Baxter.
Sophia Alice Baxter. No, that's well.
Go make this all go! Super fucking volcano eruption! Let's go! Yeah! Don't click that. I just randomly slapped myself around the face 5 times in the bathroom, and they were producing really satisfying slaps. But it really hurts now. Let's see if I can get it on straight. Oh. What a satisfying slap sound. I've got, I've got dealt a rock hand. I've got a micro pick.
What was that? I am a gundam.
Afternoon. Hope your migraine is gone and you feel better today. Right, so we're on episode 5. Wow. Where we're going to be finishing off the waist unit and making a start on the hands, arms. But so far it stands at 12 inches or 12.5 inches tall. So with the head on top, this is 13 inches from, this is 13 inches from here to here. The head is going to be 14 inches. And then obviously with the wings on, it's going to be a lot taller, but this is unicorn mode. When it extends, it's probably going to be about 14.5 inches tall. If you go to the tip of the V-fin. So it's a big boy. And I'd like to see the unicorn next to the new, because the new has been compared next to the Unleashed RX-78, and it dwarfs it. And I think the unicorn is taller than that. Yeah, the unicorn is much bigger than the RX-78. So it would be nice to see the perfect grade new next to the unicorn, because unicorn's a big boy. Hello. I thought about buying a coffin, then I realised it's the last thing I need. Well, I'm glad you're better. Or well, not as bad as the last migraine, because they suck. And yeah, when you can grade them, the one I had a couple of weeks ago was all right. It was probably a 4. This one's a 3. Yeah, migraines suck. So, welcome guys, and thank you. Good jerky. I got a beef jerky on the on the manual. Shocking. I bought more. they're 75p a pack, so, and there was still some in the shop. So every time I go in there, if they're there, I'm going to buy them. It's really nice. It's probably the nicest jerky I've had in a while. So, waist unit, we continue. So we've done the front skirts. Now we need to do the waist unit side skirts. So last night's video or yesterday's video should be live on YouTube right now. There will be an edit going out because I had to cut out some bits for copyright. The original's out, but when they finish editing, they'll just like the edited version will just overlay over the top. So that's how it works. I don't want any issues on my YouTube whatsoever. No controversies, no copyright claims, no nothing like that. So these things you've got to be doing. It's due diligence, isn't it? You've got to self-manage your content because I don't have an editor. I can't afford anything like that. But if YouTube kicks off, or this kicks off, or whatever, and I can afford to pay someone to edit the videos and go through everything and do a professional job, then I will. But for now, I'm a one-man army. Right. Alrighty, Q. Q. Q and Q. And G. And T. And J. J and J. Oh, so welcome, guys. Thanks for being here as always. I appreciate you. And my God Hand cover came off of my God Hands, which is why I prefer the display version, because it has a wraparound clasp. I can't pick that up for the life of me. There we go. So yeah, the God Hand has a slip, and I've lost it already. There it is. It has a slip, which is nice and clean, but I do like the wraparound display version, which they've just gone the extra mile. So they both work. I just put the display one because it stays on there more sturdy. Sturdy. So I watched the latest episode 9 of G-Quacks yesterday. Poor Harrow being shrink wrapped in an evidence bag without deactivating him. Like, no big deal. Just sitting there chilling as an evidence exhibit. Poor thing. But yeah, it got really, really deep. And some of the stuff that they mentioned, some of the stuff that's going on in G-Quacks, with the parallels with the UC and the dream state. Oh man, it was kind of a wild episode, really. But they are in possession of the rose now. what will happen next week? We shall see. Also, I unboxed the Expo kit on YouTube today, so that's live. Great kit from the looks of it, and it includes some nice material from the Expo itself. Some like promo material, which is really nice. I need to read that at some point. But I've managed to rebox the box and put the sleeve, the plastic sleeves back around the box with no issue. Because I'd like to keep that kit for prosperity in the best condition it can be. And then one day possibly build it. One day maybe if I feel like it. We'll paint it and do it some justice. But I would like the water slides for it if there are any out there for the Expo, Dubai Expo. So yeah, back to work tomorrow. This week has gone really fast so far. I only get 3 days off. Not many people do get 3 days off. I'm quite lucky to only do a 4-day week, but it still goes really, really quickly. So it's a bit of a shame. But, you know, these things have to happen. I just hope the next shift isn't going to be too bad. It's the week after payday for many, so I'm hoping it's just going to be people topping up on their shopping. The only downside is the kids are back at school because there was a week off for them, which meant I could drive around without any worries of like school runs and stuff, because that is an absolute nightmare doing my job between 3 and 4 o'clock because of the school run. Oh my God. Massive impact. So that's probably going to be the downside of it all. But we shall see. Sometimes randomly that we are so busy out of nowhere for no reason. And in other times we expect to be really, really busy. We're not. It's kind of strange. Right, so possibly have all the bits for the side skirts. But whatever you're doing today, hope you're having a good day, or you've had a good day and you're just chilling out, winding down before going to bed. But thank you so much for joining me and watching the YouTube videos back. I really appreciate that, guys. And anyone watching this on YouTube, thank you. You're always welcome to join the streams, be part of the chat. Yeah, but Wednesdays usually are my last day of streaming. So hopefully it's going to be a good video today. I'll give these a further tidy up in a sec and just denubbing. Got to be careful with undergating, because a tiny little bit of the material can get stuck in the jaws, and then you crunch down and you can break the blade. So as nice as God hands are, and they are really sharp, really nice to work with, they're quite delicate. And the nubs go everywhere. We are just chilling today. Oh, I was about face. Why did Adele cross the road to say hello from the other side? My God. Is she still going? I've not heard anything from Adele in years. She was everywhere. Now she's nowhere. Probably doing live tour or something. A very good tool, this. I highly recommend it if you've not used one. Give it a go. The MSF 13 Siren by Display. It arrived yesterday as a replacement to the one I broke. When not using this, I am using the Razor by Gun Primer. Any of the tools from Gun Primer that you see me use in a video, they are available via a link down below. If you click the affiliate link, you'll be helping me out. And if you use GunnerFan 7 upon checkout, you can save 10% on your entire order. And I recommend Gun Primer tools because I've been using them for, well, 6 years now. And a massive thank you to Gun Primer for being a partner of the channel for a long, long time. Really good guys. They don't pester you. Everything is autonomous in the background. I sometimes get emails with updates and stuff. And they're a cool company. And there's still some of their products that they've brought out that I need to try out. My back is absolutely killing me. I was going to paint one of the fence panels, or at least try to paint one of the fence panels today before streaming. But after doing a video and some editing, and I went downstairs and done the washing, the laundry. By the time I was like, okay, I've got about half an hour to go. I can at least make an attempt. It started raining. So I was like, well, I'm kind of glad in a way, because my back, going up and down fence slats is, really, it's not good on the back, especially if your shoulders and your back hurts. So that's going to be for when I'm fit and able to do it. But the majority of the fencing in the garden has been tidied up. So it will get done when it's a nice day and it's not bloody raining. Huh. This isn't something with a little bit more energy. One of my favourite openings. I like this band. And we need a season 3 of Chainsaw Man. 100%. What? Oh, that's the inside. Of course it is. I'm an idiot. It's like, my brain was like, what am I doing? And I was thinking, hang on, that's the this is the inside, not the outside. So it kind of wigged me out a little bit. Nice. Side skirts activated. And they don't get illuminated. I think the fronts do, but I don't think the sides do. I can't remember, you know. Yeah, they do. The fronts and the backs get illuminated. And the sides do as well. I didn't realise that. Oh, it's been such a long time. It clips on inside and there's like a little pinhole. So when you open it up, it does get illuminated. Okay, fine. It's been a while since I've done the unicorn and added the Bandai lighting set, which I did back in the day and regret it. Even though it all worked apart from one fire, it was just too delicate, you know. Right, so the back skirts. They've got more components going on because they've got the thrusters as well as the psycho frame, and it opens up and splits and all that good stuff. So there's a lot going on. I like Plasma. It's a good show, good track. But I was reading the subtitles for the song on the episode last night at the beginning, trying to say the words in tune with the song, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. I was struggling. Oh, okay. I pressed the button and it skipped the track, so sorry about that. Have some end credits instead. Just out to check, because I did have a piece of the unicorn like this one left over from the other the kit that I had done years ago, and I randomly found it on the floor. So obviously, when I boxed it up to send over to Mechanicum, it must have fallen out. And I just wanted to check to see if the plastic was a different colour. Oh, damn it. I am dropping stuff today. I saw on Twitter that people are losing their minds about series appearance in the Witcher 4 tech demo. And I think a lot of them don't realise that there is probably an investor's tech demo, nothing to do with retail or the end product, just showing what could be possible with investment and stuff like that. And what we get is a totally different product. We saw it with Cyberpunk, you know, that scene with all the NPCs and stuff like that. It looks great, but you know, people seem to think that's what they were getting as an end product. There's a lot of discourse about all that sort of stuff, but you know, you've got to separate the tech demo from in-game footage, I guess. I won't get hyped for anything or expect anything from any sort of company until I've got the product in hand, and then I can sort of go, you know what, okay, fine, it's either good or it ain't. But deception and deceiving people into thinking the product is going to be something different than they got, yeah, that kind of needs to be a little bit more regulated. But I'm pretty sure The Witcher 4 is going to be good regardless. I mean, I really enjoyed The Witcher 3. The Wild Hunt, I thought it was so good. Regardless of, you know, my specs on my computer or anything like that, it was just generally a good product. I really enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't nitpick the flowers on the floor and all that sort of stuff. But when I played the game, and I literally felt immersed, like the ambience and the NPCs and the world that around me just felt alive. And it was generally really good, and the cutscenes and the story was just really well written. So I thoroughly enjoyed The Witcher 3. I never played the originals. You know, I'm a scrub. I was, you know, introduced to Witcher with The Witcher 3. Never read any of the books or anything like that, so I don't claim to be an expert, but I really enjoyed that game. So I'm looking forward to The Witcher 4 for what it is as a product, not what I want it to be. So I'm hoping that I am, you know, as blown away as I was with the Wild Hunt, which is a game that I still need to finish because there's, you know, the game is so big, and I think I've never, because I get to the point where you have to meet Yennefer over the you have to get on a boat and meet her. I've not ever got past that point because I'm like, there's so much stuff that I want to do here. There's so much like side quests and things that I want to like explore and so on. I don't want to get on that boat just in case I can't come back, you know. And there's so many little islands that I didn't get to explore when going on your little boat and diving under the water and finding chests and rare loot and stuff like that. There's so much in that game that I still need to do and finish the story. Hey. Don't see any problem with Ciri's appearance. Nah, same. She's going to be a bit older and whatnot, more battle scarred and all this sort of stuff. And how they roll her out, it is what it is. That isn't working. There we go. It's working now. They're like, just put it on there. Just, oh, there we go. They don't say what to line up with what, but they just. I don't. I figured it out. People were crying about her seeming to be a Witcher when, in law, she couldn't be one. They're hooked on the single plot hole, which won't matter. The thing is, though, until we see the story and see what happens, we're just assuming that she's a Witcher. They've just called it The Witcher 4, but she might not be a Witcher. She's just got her own destiny and her own path, isn't she? So, you know, just because it's called The Witcher 4, she might not even say once in the story that she is a Witcher, but she has got 2 swords on her back. So that, you know. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. She's going to be a badass. She was cool in The Witcher 3. She's a compelling story. I just thought she was just wasn't that great in the TV show. I thought she was just completely underplayed and kind of, I don't know, the flip flop going backwards and forwards in time in the show kind of just threw me off. I didn't really rate the show that much, but that wasn't Cavill's fault. I just think the showrunners and the producers were at fault for that. Some scenes were good, some scenes weren't, and it's just I just dragged myself through it, you know. I'm hoping ultimately the game is going to be good, being told and played for a different perspective. I don't mind that, but we are seeing a lot of like games that are coming out which feature the female protagonist instead of a male protagonist, which is in the same universe, like the Ghost of Tsushima that's happening, The Witcher that's happening, and various other games, and it's like it's fine, it's all good. But a lot of people like what more of the same. They want to play more Master Chief. They want to play more Snake. They want to play more Geralt. You know, it is what it is. Whereas if you start a series or a franchise with a female protagonist like Lara Croft, for example, like if you was to gender swap Lara Croft, which no one's done, they had to make a whole new character called, for Uncharted for that to be played out. They'd never dream of race swapping or gender swapping Lara Croft. So you don't, you know, it's one of those things. Like you see these game studios, they're just so quick to jump on. Like, right, okay, we're just going to do this, but we're going to make it a girl now. But the thing is, that's all well and good as long, like The Witcher, she's already established in the game and already established, and you've played her before because there's parts in Witcher 3 where you play her, so it's fine. It just carries on, right? But when you just go, right, okay, it's the same game, but it's a girl now. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a weird way of doing things, but at the same time, it's the same when it's again before, like when you play a game when it's a girl or a woman or whatever, and then all of a sudden the sequel is like she's gone or whatever, she's off on whatever, and you're playing the man now. So it's, if they do it correctly and they all play, you know, and you can still tickle your virtue or whatever, then it's fine. But when you know it's forced, you know, people recognise that. According to law, her elder blood prevents her from becoming a Witcher. The tech reveal shows she's using Witcher signs. Yeah, I saw that. With 2 swords. 2 swords? Anyone can use 2 swords. She was trained to be a Witcher. Yeah, of course. She was in some respects better than Geralt. A bit cocky with the sword play, but still pretty good. Likewise, the signs don't have to be the mutations of a Witcher. to pop out the spells if you were trained. Yeah, there's only certain aspects of The Witcher, like, you know, that she can't have, I guess. I wonder if, like, you know, there is going to be like that The Witcher scent, like, you know, we can, like, you can put on your sight beyond sight and like seal the stuff and the in the ground or whatnot. I mean, it's a pseudo Witcher. Whether they call her a Witcher in the show, whether it's their rodeo, it's fine. But she's got different strengths to Geralt and different abilities, hopefully, and different pros. Whereas Geralt has these. Hopefully, she's got these so she can be standalone and have her own vibe and whatnot. And that's going to be fine. Ultimately, I'm going to play the game and I'm going to really enjoy it. Yeah. We'll find out when the game comes. As simple as that. I reckon it's going to be fine. There's a lot of people making a drama out of it, and honestly, it doesn't bother me. In fact, I would have. It would have been cool had you could go back and play Witcher 3 as Ciri throughout, and it was like a double playthrough, and she had her own storyline, her own missions and stuff like that. And some of the side missions can bleed over and be the same, because that would save time. But it would have been cool to go back and play as Ciri. But that would have made the game massive and would have taken more time. Right, okay, that's that bit. Height. No. You get to play Ciri for a bit in the story, yeah, you do. And she has her own stuff going on. No spoilers for that, though. Yeah. I mean, I did play her. I remember that sequence where she rescued the kid from the bear or whatever it was, killed a monster. But yeah, I know you get to. There's more serious stuff later in the game. I just didn't get there. Back in a bit now. Okay, cool. You know, there's always going to be a little bit of controversy when it comes to video games and characters and who they pick to be the protagonist and what sex, what race, what this, that, the other. When there's already established franchise and people are playing. Say when I played, fucking hell, Metal Gear Solid 2, and you started off in a prologue as Snake, and then after the prologue you're Raiden. I was like, what? What are they doing? But, you know, ultimately it was fine. It worked out all right. So, yeah, people are going to have their own opinions on the casting choices and the character choices and whatnot, especially if there's an existing character that people have played for a little while. But it's fine as long as it's handled properly. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. Just if you enjoy the game, you enjoy the game. So looking forward to The Witcher 4 when it comes out. And Cyberpunk 2, or whatever they're going to call it, going to play that as well. Yes! Welcome, Caesar. How you doing? Thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. I shall crack a beer open and hydrate, because that's what beers do. They hydrate. Doing good work. I'm good. I'm just chilling. And I invite everyone to chill with me. That is my last beer of the week, though. But I do have some rum and coke downstairs. So if things do get a little bit gnarly, we can crack open the Kraken. I've still got some coffee Kraken yet. The only trouble is the coffee Kraken's room temperature, and the Dr. Pepper that I got downstairs, not Coke, sorry, The Dr. Pepper I've got downstairs is also room temperature. I've not put it in the fridge. I've just remembered. I bought 2 bottles of Dr. Pepper and I've not put it in the fridge. I'm an actual caveman. So if I do pour myself a coffee rum with a Dr. Pepper, which is going to probably taste absolutely foul, it's going to be room temperature as well, because I've got no ice either. Like, oh man, first world problems. I'm just posting around my action figure and debating if I should play Valorant or keep playing with my action figure. What action figure is it? Sounds like a good one if it's distracting you from a video game. I need an O. Do I still have an O? I do have an O. It's my 3 Jedi Toys Street Fighter figures, my favourite characters too. I'm missing one. It's okay, it hasn't been released yet. It's DJ. Oh, DJ. I really enjoy DJ as well. DJ. Oh, is it Fen Lee or whatever his name is? Like the Bruce Lee sort of clone. And Sagat, they were my 3. Yeah, Sagat, yeah, it's they were my 3 favorite characters from. And the last game I played, I think it was on the PS1, Street Fighter Alpha, or was it Street Fighter Delta? I think it was Street Fighter Alpha. I really enjoyed that, where you had the combo system, where you could build up and then like use the energy that you've built up. Alpha, the Street Fighter Alpha Plus or something like that. Street Fighter Alpha 3 or Alpha 2. I can't remember what exactly what it was, but the Alpha series, I really enjoyed them. Fei Long, that's it. Fei Long, DJ, and Sagat, they're my boys. And same in Tekken with Law, Eddie Guardo, and oh my god, the guy with white hair. It's just the guy with white hair is kind of like a Sagat. I can't remember his name in Tekken. I keep mistaking Fei Long and Marshall Lee as the same characters. No, not that guy. Can't remember his name. Well, I haven't played Tekken since 4 on the GameCube. It's crazy. Brian, that's it. Brian. Brian, Eddie Gardo, and Law. Yeah, Martial Law, Eddie Gardo, and Brian Fury. They were my mains. But I really liked Huang, or whatever his name is. Kurang, the one with the kicks. Is it Huang? He could just juggle people with his kicks. He was pretty cool. But yeah, Brian, Law, and Eddie Guardo, they were my boys in Tekken. Yeah, he does do massive damage. I haven't played a Tekken or Street Fighter game in ages, and the last fighting game I played was Mortal Kombat 11, I think. Back when I had an Xbox One, and I think that was the last game I had on the Xbox One. I would like to play Mortal Kombat 1, like the sort of like reboot, because the cutscenes in that look really good, but I haven't picked it up. I'd like to play that one day. But the Alpha series on the PS1 was really good. I really enjoyed them Street Fighter games. Mortal Kombat 1 is interesting. Yeah, I'd like to pick it up. I really enjoyed back on the N64 Killer Instinct. I did have it on the SNES, but then when I got a N64, I played it on the N64, I thought this is next level. This is sick, like 28 hit combos and stuff like that, and finishers. It was so good. But when they remade it and it was like a free to play game on Xbox Live, when the Xbox One came out, it didn't land, unfortunately. I can't remember if it was Rareware that made Killer Instinct at the time, but back on the N64, that game slapped. It was so good. I have Street Fighter 6, so I don't need more fighting games collecting dust in my library. Right, is Street Fighter 6 any good? Because I think I played Street Fighter 5 for about a month, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I just didn't. I haven't picked up a Street Fighter since. But is Street Fighter 6 good? Compared to 5, I guess. Ah, that's what it is. I remember now. We can throw this runner. That's one of their features. Street Fighter 6 actually has street lighting, like legit go up to NPCs on the street and pick a fight. Oh, that's cool, man. There's one game that I really liked that had sort of like an RPG element to it, and that was Mortal Kombat Deception on the PS2. Or was it on the 360? I can't remember what platform I played it on, but Mortal Kombat Deception was really good because the story mode, you sort of like trained your character up and you was being ushered around by a mystical force and told, like, you know, defend the village and do this and do that and the other. And it ended up that you was being deceived the whole time. It was a really good story. And it didn't have an open world. It was very linear, but you had pathing that you could go around and do stuff. I thought that was a lot of fun. Deception was certainly one of my favourite Mortal Kombat games. And I think I'll play the Techo 8 tech demo, or a demo, not a tech demo, but a demo of 8. And it didn't land with me. Even though it's a demo and it was still work in progress, it was kind of featureless, but I suppose it was just a demo. So it was to maybe just highlight some, I think it was like a network test or something like that I took part in. And I didn't really feel it. It didn't have the same energy. So the Tekken 8 might be. Street Fighter 6 is better than Tekken 8. Oh, well, there you go then. Yeah, Tekken 8, what I played of it at least didn't impress me. But then I can't base that on the actual finished product because I didn't play the whole game. So I can't be disingenuous and just say, oh, it's a shit game because it was only a network test. I'm sad Sagat hasn't been added on SF6 yet. You know he's going to be DLC. Added content. Or part of some sort of season pass or live service nonsense. They love doing that now, don't they? Like, you know, legacy characters locked behind content. It's just, come on, man. What are you doing? Terry and May are on SF6 though. Okay. Okay. One put back on. Two. That goes on there. And that goes on there. Almost missed that bit. My God. That would have affected the fittings just slightly. And then Yao goes in there. So the booster comes out like so. And then destroy mode, that pops down. Like that. Nice and tidy. Bang tidy. No, I just, you didn't see that. So you got a thruster in the waist, thruster in the leg, and then you've got 4 thrusters in the backpack. And the Unicorn is a fast mobile shop. I think the Phoenix is faster. But the Roadrunner in the Gundam universe cannot catch that thing as much as they try. My May got some fan service for a quest character. Nice. Is Sasuka in it as well? Because she was one of my favorite characters from Alpha as well. She was like a fan of Ken, not a fan of Ken, a fan of she like a female Ryu with a school uniform on. Was it Suzuka? Or have I got her name wrong? My memory's quite bad. But she was a kind of a cool character. Right, so that and that go together. That and that go together. That and this go together. With that. And then that and that. So they combine, that goes on there, and then that's the frontage. I feel like there's something missing, but we'll figure it out as we go along. Sakura, that's it. Sakura isn't in SF6, but she's in SF5. Okay, that's a shame. Undergated, clear plastic. Nice. I still have 2 action figures that's being shipped here. Nice. One is a cool 7-inch orc figure, which is based on the Sumeru from World of Warcraft, and a buff base body. Nice. My favourite character from World of Warcraft is Illidan, and he is currently in space doing whatever you like, you know, Demon Slayer things in space. And it's so funny being able to raid the Alliance and kill the king with hundreds of people. It was funny, just literally going to their area and killing their king. I thought it was so hilarious. And then just chilling in Ogramore, and the Alliance would always turn up. But I think because Ogramore doesn't have like a network system, like a metro system, getting around the place without being absolutely killed is quite hard. Whereas in the Alliance area, you can sort of like go into the underground tunnels and like you can distribute yourself a lot faster. It was a lot of fun. Back in the day. Too much hobbies to spend on. The plastic crap model kits wasn't enough. There's also action figures and the custom side of it. Fire now to break it too, as well as gaming. Yeah. And then there's Lego as well. There's a few Lego kits that I would really like to work on and build, but alas, that's a very, very expensive addition that I can't afford right now. If Lego ever did a collaboration with Bandai to roll out some Gunpla Lego sets, I would be in trouble. Because there are some really, really good fan builders out there that have made some amazing Lego projects. You know, a Dom being one of them. Absolutely amazing work. I doubt they'd ever become kits because, you know, it must have cost them thousands in pieces, thousands in development. So a kit would cost £900 to £1,000 for that Dom because it's quite big. Man, it's impressive stuff. So as much as I would love a Gundam Lego set, I wouldn't at the same time. There's a Kawasaki Ninja and a Ducati logo I want from them. Oh, okay. Oh, shit, Lego. You just reminded me I have some Legos in mine, specifically motorcycles. Yeah, the Lego motorcycles or Technica motorcycles do look nice. And there's a customer that I delivered to. He's got like 5 of the big Technic cars, like the Lambos and the Ferraris and stuff like that, like the big ones. And he's got them on a rack on his wall, lined up like guitars, like just like, you know, wow. They look stunning, all lined up like that. They do look impressive on display. Holy shit, the Ferrari and Lambo, those cost like an arm and a leg for premium. Yeah, they are really expensive, and he's got like 5 of them all. He's got the orange one, the blue one, the green one, the red one, and a black one or something like that. All of them like lined up. I don't know if there's more, but I'm pretty sure he's got all of them. He's that kind of guy. And then when I was delivering and I was looking, he had the Millennium Falcon in various stages of building the back room, and I was like, man, he's living the dream, that guy. There's some things that people have access to or have in their possession, and it's good for them. You know, I'm not one bit jealous at all. But yeah, good. You know, if you can afford it and you can build it and display it and love it and enjoy it, then good for you. Yeah, yeah. Out my hand. The good thing about perfect grades, though, is if you do drop any parts, that the parts are big enough to sort of like see relatively quickly, compared to maybe like a real grade or a high grade or something. I'm legitimately terrified of either ever building a crossbone real grade because they are small, and it's something I'm just terrified of actually trying to attempt. Make a start on the arms ever so soonly. Oh. I'm excited for Garfield cartoon. I I didn't know there was a Garfield Cart 1. That Mario Kart world looks good though, like the open world Mario Kart. I don't, you know, obviously if you're a diehard Mario Kart, it's going to be for you. I don't know whether I would get it, but you know, eventually if I do get a Switch 2, I'll probably pick it up because that'd be fun to play others online, you know. But after watching the advert for it or the commercial for it, the lag looked bad. Like, you know, the latency and stuff like that. But I suppose that's because of the they had their webcams on and they were featuring that. But even still, that seemed like it was struggling just to do the connectivity part of things. The next game I'm going to buy comes out on the 26th of June, and that is Front Mission 3 on the Switch, the remake. I played that on the PS1. It's a great game. I put loads of hours into that, thousands of hours into that game. It had its own memory card. And yeah, I can't wait to play that again. I just hope they've been faithful with the story and the characters and stuff, and they haven't fucked with it. Okay, so the main body and the legs waist unit are done now. It's very solid, very chunky and very heavy boy. And also, I love the unicorn look. It's very clean. It just feels solid. It's such a solid master grade, perfect grade. You know, you can kick this boy down the stairs and he'll be fine. Provided that you've put everything on properly. And these are delicate though. These are probably the most delicate part of the build because they taper down. And they're not solid posts, so you just got to be careful with the waist, the shoulder units. Egg! It is time to find out what is inside a Kinder Egg. I got a dodo yesterday. Yeah, here's the dodo. Little derpy little fella. And I've got a raptor. So they're going to go with my collection of animals. Got loads of Kinder Egg stuff. It's crazy. But I do prefer the I'm not really a Funko Pop kind of guy or fan, but the little mini Funko Pops that you can get with the Kinder Joys, they're collectible. They're quite fun. You know, I'm not gonna make a giant wall of Funko Pops. I'll leave that to the people that don't use deodorant when they go to Comic-Con. Oh, sticky. Hey, if you love your Funko Pops and you don't want to wear deodorant, that's fine. I'm not judging. Just an observation. Come on. It's a truck that can carry an egg. But the egg is made out of cardboard, and I'm assuming you've got to slide them together to make what would be perceived as a 3D object, to make it look believable. It feels like it's missing the launcher, because I did have a car where you push the thing on the back and it launches out, and it looks like it's got the same like launch point. But yeah, I don't know what Kinder were thinking, but that's it, and it's like a Triceratops car with a cardboard egg on the back. So it's a thing. And quite rubbish. If I'm going to be brutally honest, it's quite rubbish. Yeah, this is the launcher thing. Nah, it's not the same. It's almost like they thought about it, but didn't go through with it. Kind of strange. Yeah, weird. At least this one works. It's kind of cool. But this is just useless. But I suppose, you know, I could put these on eBay for, you know, £5 or £10 one day, and just send them to somebody, someone who's a collector of Kinder Egg things. You know, nothing will be wasted. Optimus Prime. The real Optimus Prime. God, the good old days. Right. This is for the backpack. Right. So S. We have S. We have POM. And we have polycaps. So let's go. We continue. So even though it says to do ×2, I'm going to do one arm and then the other, because, you know, that's how it works. For me, at least, because I'd rather not get it round the wrong way. I'd rather do one step at a time and then repeat as necessary. That boy. That was on there. But we still need it. So S 15 and 14, correct. Oh, my shoulders are really hurting. Like all across the back of my neck. Like just across the shoulders, like tension right across. I need a good stretch and a good massage. Right, so I need pomade and pomade times 4. I'm surprised they didn't put another pom there. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, or 4. Yeah, it's kind of weird because you need 2 for each shoulder. So interesting. You've got 4 sheets of pom parts, and you're going to have leftover material. But I don't know. They're the experts. They're the ones that make the sprues and make model kits as their, it's their bread and butter. They must know what they're doing. Obviously, cheaper to print out another sprue than to alter one to make it more efficient. I don't know. I've never been in the injection molding business, so. And if the music is too loud, just let me know, because I'm looking at the levels and it does look like it's quite loud. Let me know. Oh, that's tight. Tight like a tiger. Right, so S2 and S1. And we continue with the shoulders. And S16. And pom. Okay, now they want 1 pom and 1 polycap. So okay. I guess they wanted the that joint to be really, really tight, but not necessarily the elbow. Okay. Now, I used to pile up my nubs on the desk, but I am now filling my cup by my merch and then putting it from the, once this is full, I can then tip it into the bucket, because I've got an EcoPlar bucket which is being filled with nubs. And what I do with that bucket after it's full up, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. But if City Pop, whoever returns to streaming and does a hot nub stream again, he can have my nubs. I will gladly contribute to that stream again, just to have him round again because he's a lovely guy. Right, so the pom can go. Wait, no. That goes in there. And that goes in there. It's a shame about the injection molded plastic, because much like plated plastic, no matter what you do with the nubs, they're still going to have discoloration on the nubs. It's unless everything's ungated, you're going to get these. It is tragic, but once you've got them down and you prime it and you paint it, it's going to be fine. It's just you know, if you're doing a snap build, for example, or a straight build, they're going to be visible, and that's a shame. Premium product, premium pricing. S7. Jesus Christ. Polycap 17 and 3. As well as getting that mold line down as well, because whenever you prime something and there's a mold line present, it will be visible. The good thing about priming, though, like I said before, is you can use it as a visual marker. If you then see any issues after the priming, you can sort of sand it down and use the prime as a key to show you that everything's like leveled off and whatnot. And then you just give it another pass of prime and happy days, got a better finish. Right, so I need the Polycap 3 in that way. And POM 6 in there. And then Polycap 17 in the top. S4 and S3. And we can make the elbow. What? Okay. So the good thing about this particular mobile suit or model kit is it's taken me longer to build it. The Exia flew together and the Perfect Grade Unleashed flew together. You know, and there are other more technical Perfect Grades that take a little bit more time. So they do have various degrees of technicality and build time. And so far, this has been over what this is episode 5, so 5 streams so far. And this will be uploaded to YouTube possibly tomorrow to be added to the playlist. So if anyone is watching this from YouTube, thank you so much. Please join the streams if you want to get the full experience of me sitting here flapping my gums, but there's a little bit of music playing. And if you are from Twitch and you fancy watching the videos back, they're live on a playlist. Thank you so much. Right, that goes in there. I'm assuming that goes in that hole there. I reached a milestone on Instagram yesterday. I made 400 followers, followed by Norfolk Hobby Builds or something like that. Quite a big channel, 25,000 followers. Just randomly followed me yesterday. I was really impressed. I was like, thank you so much. I feel seen, so to speak. Oh, you know what I've done wrong? I've put it together, but I haven't put in the bicep because I'm a fool. Twat. That was painless. That was fine. That's the elbow done. And if you've ever put in the wiring loom through the elbow, you know pain. We have shared trauma. It's not unresolved. It's been dealt with. I now know never to buy a Bandai wiring loom for Perfect Grade ever again. The price of it though is just ridiculous. It's like you're paying the price of a reasonably decent master grade for a set of LEDs, and it's not good. Back in a sec. Oh. Right, Jay. Now I'm hoping that I get the wrists dialed in for this one a little bit better than the original unicorn that I built years ago. It just felt like I'd done something wrong. I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. But there's a lot of components in the wrist because of the beam saber housing and the way that you pull the arm to do the destroy mode. You got to pull it in a certain way, and it just felt like there was something, like I might have done something wrong from what I remember. It could be like a false memory. But there's a lot going on in the actual arm itself, and then you work on the shoulder. And the shoulder's quite complex as well because of the transformation, so that's quite delicate. So you've got to watch out for some aspects of that as well. But back then, I didn't have God hands. Back then, I didn't have glass files or the right tools. So I was using medieval methods. It's this bit here that slides. It's on an angle, so when you pull it, other stuff happens, like the wrist and the arm sort of expands to show the psycho frame, and you got to pull it in a certain way. So you just got to be careful. I might go down and pour myself a rum and Dr. Pepper because I am that kind of person. Room temperature, coffee rum, and room temperature Dr. Pepper in a glass mixed. Like, what am I thinking? So I don't really like drinking beer. But I'm down to my last half bottle. Sad times, but I'm back to work tomorrow, so I can't go too crazy. Other than that, I'll just pour myself a room temperature Dr. Pepper because I forgot to put it in the fridge because I'm an idiot. there's nothing worse than room temperature soft drinks. And this is weak cold beer that's been sat on the side and you know, I've got to finish it off. No waste, right? Sometimes you just got to forgive yourself and just get it over with. The good thing about knowing where I got this siren glass file from, I got it from Temu, and I paid less than £2 for it. If I break it like I broke the other one, next time I order one, I'm going to order like 3 or 4, because they are glass and they are fragile. But they work really well, and they do the job. They do the job well of removing nub material. Right, so what? Right, gotcha. I thought that's no way that goes in there like that, but we are good. It's done. And these taper in, so I'm hoping once the other bits are in there that straightens that out a bit. Okay. Hey. There's some big old chunky parts here. It's always good to see armor for a perfect grade. It just really makes you realise just how bloody big these things are. And using a board rather than a sponge will always give you a straight chamfer rather than like curving over the straight edge. So it just looks cleaner. I just used a sponge just to take away the shine because when you use a glass file, it does shine the edge and it can sort of throw you off. But you can just use just a couple of passes of a sponge and it brings everything back. Hello. Yeah, spooge on that piece. It's a bit concerning. Ew, am I doing the right arm? I don't know at this point. Because you can go in that way as well. What's up? Nothing much, dude. Just chilling. You haven't missed much. The waist unit we buttoned up by doing the waist skirts, or the side skirts and the back skirts today. And yeah, this is a good kit, and it's bringing back a lot of fond memories of building the original back in the day. And need that bit as well, because, and we're going to need that bit as well. So I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. And we need a beam saber. Can I have a beam saber? I like the beam sabers from the unicorn. They're nice and square. They're like square. Something about the geometry that I like. Hydration is important. Don't worry, guys. I drink a lot of water off stream, so you don't have to worry too much. I especially drink a lot of water at work. I do like my Brigadito's sparkling water. Or Springfield. Or is it Buxton Springs? I can't remember. There's two types of sparkling water that I like. That's the Sprigatito stuff. And the other, like, Highland Springs or something in a green bottle. Because it's cheap. It's like 79p a bottle. So when I'm out on the road and I pop into like a Nisa or a Premier or something like that, or a Spa, I pick up a bottle of that. San Pellegrino. Yeah, that's that stuff. Highland Spring Sparkling and San Pellegrino. Yeah, it's quite nice stuff. I never used to like sparkling water, but it's really refreshing, especially on a hot day. It's my jam. I gotta wash down my Swedish fish one way or the other. Or my giant Skittles. I love the giant Skittles. They are an amazing invention. Whoever come up with that idea needs a raise. And I tried some citrus Skittles the other day, like in an orange packet. A bit of a cash grab. Because like a lot of the flavors are already in the original, but I like the dessert Skittles, which come in a pink bag, the citrus ones in an orange bag, and the sours in a green bag. The tropical ones in the purple bag ain't too bad, but they are a C, whereas the sours are an A. But S tier are the giant Skittles, man. I haven't tried the shellless Skittles yet, like the squishy ones. I haven't tried them yet. Sour are better. Yeah, I do like the sour. I had some Sour Patch Kids the other day, the gummies. They weren't as sour as I was hoping them to be. I was hoping them to be like proper sour, but they were pretty mid. That fits in there really nice. Wrist mounted beam saber vibes. Has got a like a throwback to the RX 93, and you can flip them over and use them as like wrist blades, which is kind of cool. The Tonfa. What was it, Jade from Killer Instinct that had the Tonfas? Man, she was one of my favourite characters in Killer Instinct. Loads of cartwheels and Tonfa action. Or did she have nunchucks? I can't remember. Maybe. I don't know. The N64 was before I was born. Maxi and Soul Calibur. Oh wow, yeah. The last Soul Calibur I played, I think, was Soul Calibur 3 on the GameCube. I loved that game. It was a good game. Do 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 do. It's just that part of that song just reminded me of a game show from the 80s with oh fucking hell, Bruce Forsyth with the cards. do 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 do. Oh man, that little melody just took me right back. He had nunchaku. Yeah, no, I knew one of them had tonfas and one of them had nunchuckers. I used to have a pair of nunchuckers when I was 14 when I was doing martial arts. And I knew 3 or 4 kata. I thought I was a god. And then I saw some guy on the internet yesterday, like a master nunchaku guy, just doing stuff with those things. I was like, what? So I never played Soul Calibur 2, but I played number 3. Or if I did play number 2, I don't remember it over 3. But again, I might have mixed memories because I did play number 3, but I don't remember it at the same time. I know I had it because I had it Rogue Squadron, Resident Evil 0, and a bunch of other games on the GameCube. At the time, and it was such an underrated console. I think it was one of Nintendo's best consoles. Fuck the Wii, fuck the Wii U. The Switch isn't bad, but the GameCube was peak. Oh yeah, Metroid Prime as well. Good games. Good games. Three had the crazy goth clown girl with the big blade wheel. I'll have to look up the characters to trigger my memory. And go, yeah. Was it in number 3 that introduced Yoda as one of the special characters and Link? Or was that 4? Hey! That was 2. Oh, I played Soul Calibur 2 then. With Link and Yoda. Then yes, that was my jam too. Hello! Thank you so much for the resub, my man. GameCube had Link, Xbox had... Oh, it was Xbox had Yoda, and the PS2 had Hitachi. Right, okay. Yep. So, yeah, it was Link. One, number 2. Yeah. Yeah, because this bit is the bit that you got to pay attention to. Why is it telling me to do the shoulders next after doing these components? Why would you do that? Why would you get me to build all these components and then go, all right, you now need to work on the complete shoulders? That's a bit unfair. But we follow the manual. so we don't mess up the step. How is Mitch? How are you today? Today. Fucking hell. S10, 11, and 12. It does tell you where the undergates are with an arrow. I just wish they were pink, like in some other manuals, so it's a little bit more highlighted. But these little arrows here do indicate undergating, so you've got extra material to consider. $36 months. That is crazy. That's 6 months is 12, 24. Is that 3 years? That's 3 years. Holy fuck. You've subscribed to me for 3 years, Mitch. My God. Thank you, man. I just realised it just popped a bulb over my face. Do I get cookies? You can yeah, go get some cookies. Holy fuck, man. Thank you so much. 3 fucking years. Legend. OG. Yo, 16. How you doing? Welcome. Oh, I need to do another dedication stream. Need to figure out who I haven't dedicated a stream to. That I desperately need to dedicate a stream to. And highlight people's generosity and how good they are and as a person and the contributions to the stream and stuff. Just like a showcase, like a highlight. Put the spotlight on one of the followers that have been there for a long time and done really well by the channel. I want to make order of kits, but keep getting distracted. Distracted by what? What's distracting you? The primal urges to find a partner and settle down and have kids and get married and all that stuff, or you keep getting distracted by a spider in the corner of your room and you're watching it, like going about its day. You know, there's many distractions in a person's life. BoJack Horseman. Okay. Good show. Interesting. Well, mate, if you've got the short list of kits or a long list of kits that you're after, maybe have laptop or computer here, show there, and multitask if you can. And then you figure out that you've ordered 3 of the same kit by accident. Have you ever done that on a website where you've ordered something and by default there's 4 of them in your cart, or 2 of them or something like that, but not by default? Like, you've not clicked on 2, it's just that they automatically it's set to like put 2 or whatever, a quantity like more than 1, and then you check out. Have you noticed this? So I've noticed that that's happened to me before, and that's really naughty. So I always double check. So naughty, naughty. I found the Vayet and the Mercedes set, but I don't think I can do 60 quid. Oh. Well, why don't you wait until you can do it and then order it then? Because they're the ones that you want. And just hold on to your money for another month and then do it next month. That way, at least you'll be happy because you've got the one that you're after, and not then settled for something else. You know, have that vibe. Possibly, as a suggestion, because it's only another. You only got to wait until your other payday, and then you can split the cost. £30 this month, save it over to next month, and then you've got the 60 quid. Get the one you want. I have spoken. I have 2 monies. I have the monies, but 60 quid for 2 HGs. I mean, the price is the price, unless you can get it cheaper, I guess. But that's what I mean. Like, it's an expense. But if you then do, like I said, like save half of it this month and then put it towards another half next month, you're splitting the cost over 2 months rather than being hit with the big 60. You're being hit with 2 30s, if that makes sense. So it kind of stretches it a little bit, and you're not kicking yourself in the balls. But it is a shame that you can't get them cheaper. You know? Yeah, it could be worse. Try 60 quid for a Fenix. And the Perfectibility, which I bought on both occasions, like an absolute mug, because they are possibly the worst HG kits I've ever worked with. And they are now in a box in there, and I won't get them out. I don't care what happens to them. I'll just put that down to experience and not to fall for HG plated kits ever again. The Perfectibility weren't too bad, but it was just a floppy mess. The HG unicorns, the mold isn't the best. So when they do like a 30-year anniversary of unicorn or something, like the HG better get a revise, or like a revive or something, or a better revision, because it needs it. And the master grades need a 2.0. I'm going to pet my dog and see if it helps me think. His name is Bruno. Hello, Bruno. sit there watching the horseman petting doggo, consuming money. You are a Bond villain. You need your own volcano lab, under volcano house with speedboat and like a little small person as your servant. To know throwback. Only, or is it the man with the golden gun? Yeah, man with the golden gun throwback. Sorry, Scaramanga. Only done the MG and the Mega Uni. Can someone link me in the chat what these are? Because they ring a bell, but I need visual confirmation. Unicorn. I meant the Veta and the Mercutius. They ring a bell, but I can't visually put my finger on it. I still need to build the Mega Size Unicorn because I built a Mega Size RX-78 too, and that surprised me because it's not just an upscaled HG; it's its own kit. So the Mega Size Unicorn would possibly be a fun build. Oh, the red and blue Leo like kits from Wing. Oh, okay. The only Leo I'm after is a normal Leo and a space Leo, which is P Bandai. Because I've got a AWAC Leo head conversion set for the Leo. So I can make a space Leo with an AWAC head. That was gifted to me from Edward. Really nice guy. But yeah, Space Leo, because it's P Bandai, and Gundam Mad will probably want about 40 quid for it. P Bandai prices, man, they're just... It sucks. It really does. And I don't know why we didn't get a Master Grade Leo. 40, I mean, it was a guess. I think I saw it for like 60 on, yeah, on Gunpla. Yeah, I mean, if I was being generous with the pricing, obviously it's a lot more. For a fucking HG. It's crazy, isn't it? So you think you've got troubles, Mitch? The kits that I'm after are fucking more expensive. 60 quid for one HG, let alone two. So yeah, it's crazy. It's not even like I've got expensive tastes. Yeah, exactly. Like 20, you know, when they do a reprint, they're like $20 on fucking on P Bandai, like the actual site that we don't have access to in the UK. We are region locked, and it sucks. However, Hobby Frontline and Gundam Mad and a few others have access to it as well. I think, is it K Delta? Is another one that has access. Delta H or whatever they are. They've normally got good stocks of premium Bandai. You know, it's all well and good stores having P Bandai or getting some P Bandai and throwing them up for sale, or whatever. But it's the cost, the additional cost, because, you know, it's almost like from there, they've got it and now they're selling it via wholesale to them and then they're putting their markup on it and the cost just spirals. It's just a pain that we can't order them direct. So it's got to be the right premium Bandai for me to pay it. Gundam Models has got a couple of perfect premium Bandai kits for me from the Witch from Mercury. I still need to PayPal him some money. I just need to find it. I need to find the budget to give it to him. Because I don't expect him to... I mean, I've given the money for the kits and they've been bought and paid for. So Don't expect him to you know, foot the bill for the shipping, because shipping stuff from America to the UK is a bit pricey. So I need to forward him like $40 or whatever, so at least it's covered. 99% sure their stuff is from Hong Kong. Okay, cool. So it should keep the price down. I mean, some of their prices that I've seen on Delta H are pretty good. I haven't used them yet, but I'm pretty sure they operate out of Hong Kong. I'm just going to make a drink. Didn't help me to think, but enjoyed petting my Bruno. Oh, bless. I can pet the unicorn. Did have to wait quite a while for the Ultron HG, but I went with sea shipping, so I wasn't shocked about it. Okay, fair enough. When I used Mecha Hanger, was it the Hanger Bay? Sorry, Hanger Bay. I don't even know if Hanger Bay is still going. But I got my perfect grade Ultron Master Grade from them, and they I think I paid 90 quid up front, all in, including shipping. But it took until a reprint for it to. They took the money and they just said, "We'll get it out to you when it's reprinted." And it was just like out of mind, and then all of a sudden it turned up with a nice little hat, like written letter with a stamp, like a sealed like envelope, but with a wax seal on it. It was really nice of them. Haven't used the Hanger Bay in ages, but they're a pretty good site. As long as you're in no rush for them, like you pay them for what it is, and then once it's reprinted, they'll get it out to you. if they are still going, and you don't mind waiting, they're a good company to work with. Very complex shoulder. That was like Wayland. Data on a heavy arms just kept sliding back until it eventually came in. Oh, date on the heavy arms, right. J, yeah, J6 and 7 on the opposite respectively. No, I got WhatsApp messages and I'm like, what? So I'm just looking up images of Owen McTosh, because taking the piss out of ink in chat. Oh yes, we like taking the piss out of each other in the UK. It's part of our DNA. I haven't used Wayland yet. I haven't used that other one that went under either, before they went under. And it is an absolute shame that Mecha Hangar has to close down as well. He wasn't really taking it too terribly seriously, but he thought he'd give it a go. So it's been stressing him out. So if anyone wants to help Mecha Hangar, there is going to be a clearance sale coming up Everything must go. So if you contact him and say, hey, I'm after so and so, you'd be able to possibly buy it for a reduced amount. So head on over to mechahanger.317.net. Look for something that you're after. Contact him under the contact him page at the bottom and say, look, would you take so and so for this kit? And he can give you a yes or no. Just say Gundam fan sent you. But yeah, he's going through some personal stuff at the moment, and he's trying to sort of juggle some finances, so he's had to sort of shut it down. And like I say, he gave it a go because trying to like help people in Europe with the distribution of Gunpla and stuff like that. It's just one of those things because he does have a job and he does other things. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes businesses take off and others don't, you know. But like I said, it was just like a little side project for him. It wasn't like he was like relying on the business to be a success or anything like that. So he bought a load of stock in. It's in storage. So if you want anything from Mecha Hanger, the link is down below as well. And it is the cutthroat business, but a lot of people, like sometimes you might have a couple of $100,000, like you've got a business loan, you've got cheap rates on a place, and you can throw some kits of stuff out, and you know you can make a go of it. You know you can focus everything on the business. Whereas Elijah's like I say, he's got his own job and his own career and stuff like that. And it was kind of like a side project. So obviously. And like personal stuff it's come out of woodwork and stuff like that. So, you know, not to divulge too much or like, you know, say too much, but like, you know, life's got in the way. So, if anyone wants to help him out, look on Mecha Hanger 317.net. Look at some of the stuff on there. Everything has to go. So you know, like if you see something on there for 40 quid, he might do it for 25. So just look for something, contact him, and he'll be able to sort you out because he wants to clear the stock. Possibly has to get rid of his storage unit, or this, that, the other, or he might be moving back to Croatia. I don't know because he's in Ireland at the moment. So I haven't really had a sit down talk with him. It's just he's mentioned a lot of things to me in Discord, and I've sort of like passing the message on, sort of thing. Is what it is. Zaku on YouTube has a vid talking about PG New, and the reveals in yesterday shows the scale next to the Gramps and some of the added gimmicks. I was in the video. I was in the reveal chat on the Bandai on Instagram. Couldn't understand a word that they were saying, but I think that's what he pulled all these details from that live stream from Bandai Hobby. Gundam Base. Yeah, and I saw that the next to the perfect grade new, it towers over it. And I said, like I was saying earlier, this is taller than the PGU, so I'd like to see the new Gundam next to the Unicorn, because Unicorn's quite a big perfect grade compared to the Gramps. The Gramps is quite small. So I'll be interested to see. I didn't get to see much of the live stream, and I was first in chat as well. The lighting system looks rather lacking, but other than that, it looks good. Yeah, I mean, it looks like an Unleashed, like inner frame, like no real mind blowing stuff there. And the lighting, yeah, I mean, it's probably only going to like light up the psycho frame and the cockpit in the head and stuff, but that's all you really want it to do, right? So I'm not too necessarily fed up, upset by that, but it's the price. It's the price and there's something about it. There's something about that model kit that's telling me to hold off. I can't put my finger on it. I might pick it up eventually, like years down the line or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, the fin funnels are massive. They're they are massive. Like fully extended, they're going to be as long as your arm. They are huge. Uses added wires instead of molded in plastic, which is nice. The LEDs look shit, so that'll be a non-Bandai job. $150 for LEDs just to do the eyes, cams, and cockpit. Yeah, yeah. It is daft. They'll never learn. But, you know, there are some people that will pay the price. I'm just glad that they are including the the fin funnels, and not like a P Bandai add-on. Or separate like the metal structure. I am on the fence. I'm reluctant. I want one. I've just got to figure out when I want it. Knowing me, by the time I figure out what I want, they would have released the Sazerac Perfect Grade Unleashed, and I'll be like, yeah, I'll have that instead. They'll have the Mega Bazooka and HWS for Milky. Yeah, probably, yeah. Just imagine how big the Mega Bazooka would be. Like we're talking the length of a dendrobium easily. Like 36 inches plus for one of those things. Actually, saying that, I just poured a Dr. Pepper, and it ain't too room temperature. It's quite nice. I'm very happy that it's not just the Bandai official version of the Damn by Metal Structure clone. They are two separate things, aren't they? The Metal Structure and the Perfect Grade New, because of the they've had to for the armor and like the unleashed elements and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they would have been banging in trouble if they did a model kit of the Metal Structure and just called it a day and said, yeah, here's the Perfect Grade. That would have been dumb. Although, still, they done the Metal Structure, so if they made it into a Perfect Grade model kit, fine. People would still, people would still buy it, but yeah, it is its own thing, so it's kind of cool. There we go. Eh. 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 Oh. I always tell when my next door neighbour's home, he's got a lovely bike. And it's really loud. Yeah. Psycho frame coats everything in this kit. It's a shame. Now, when if they do a perfect grade unicorn unleashed, so you do all of the inner frame up before you put the armor on, which would alter the build process of this kit. That would be exciting to see. Like, you know, right, a 25, not a 25, 30-year anniversary of Unicorn. Because it's been, what, 10, 11 years? When did it come out? 2012, 2014? I can't remember now. So, yeah, give it another 10 years, we might see a Unicorn unleashed. That'd be crazy. Has anyone heard from Nick? I sent him a DM on Instagram ages ago. Like, are you alright? I haven't spoken or heard from Nick in ages. Hey. Nope, haven't here. No. Hope he's alright. I didn't want to push any put any pressure on the edge there because of bending it. So just getting bladed tweezers and just pushing in that way just seemed like the right thing to do. And that spins up and over like so. So now need E components. E10 and 11. And E12 and 13. And that'll be like the sides, I guess. Neck is killing me. So I'll probably be on for another hour. Because I'm really achy. And I could do with a bath, just to sit and soak my shoulders. Before dinner. So whatever you guys are having for dinner tonight, I hope it's nice. I'm having chicken tonight, like a honey chicken, with mashed potatoes and carrots and long beans. It's like a pan chicken. It's quite nice. With like a honey sauce. Chicken tonight. Classic. The only downside is I only have it every now and again because it's a really sweet honey sauce. Like it's a honey mustard chicken, so it's really sweet. So I might put in a little bit of salt and just sort of take the sweetness away ever so slightly. There we go. Now I need to put these little dickheads on, which do slide up and down. They're possibly my least favorite part of the unicorn. The little ears that pop up from the shoulders. It's an interesting part of the design, I guess, but it's quite delicate and they can break. I'm grateful for everyone being here, keeping me company. Thanks, guys. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you've had a good day. I'm back to work tomorrow, so streaming will continue on Monday. I haven't been streaming in the evenings. I've just been using the time to chill out and unwind. But I might return to gaming of an evening or continue building in the evening. Put some more hours in, I guess. But I'll have to wait and see how I feel, because my neck really hurts. So sitting here for elongated periods of time can be a bit of a chore. My neck and my back. My pussy and my crack. Hello, chicken. Oh, what an intro. Welcome. I sung along to that. Good. Hope you're well, man. Hope you had a good day. Still ain't got boring for me. Good. I mean, it's a pretty long intro. I don't think it's longer than Ian Dogs. His intro is pretty long. But still, it's a good one. MSG Quacks, more like Mobile Suit Gundam OG fan service. Yeah, there is a lot of crossover in this show. A lot of Easter eggs and a lot of little puzzles and references that, you know, diehard fans love to figure out, and it's nice. I'm not too upset by it. It's like those two girls are clearly Shah and Amuro coded 100%. But Xeon have the rose. Let's go. I like all the memes that are coming up on the internet of that scene where they're pulling up out of the lake. Like I've seen some like different mobile suits and mobile armors and stuff being pulled out as a direct link to like not Bandai. Why ain't you? Where's our turn A, or where you know, and so on and so on. It's funny. Need more shit like that. More of those memes, please. Yeah, I'm here for it. Not my favourite MS series so far, but I'm not hating it. No, it's a bit of a mixed bag, isn't it? But it's not terrible. I prefer it over Witch from Mercury. Although I prefer the mobile suit model kits from Witch from Mercury, but I don't mind the G-Quux kits. I've built 2 now. They're okay. They're reasonably sized HG kits, like in terms of part count and detail. So they're pretty good. And for the price as well, they've kept the price really low for the G-Quacks kits, like around 20 quid. So yeah, I'm pleased by that. They could have gone, right, okay, they're going to be £26 model kits, you know, but they cut the price down, so I'm happy about that. And welcome, Chris. How you doing? Oh, most fan of are those 3-legged DOMs. Yeah. There is going to be a P Bandai DOM. I just predict that the 2 DOMs from the actual series, from that one episode, Gaia and Ortega, I think are going to be retail. And the 3rd DOM that was recently featured wasn't MASH, it was someone else. I think that's going to be a P Bandai, so you're not going to be able to get all 3 unless you've access to P Bandai. They are going to do some rather shifty P Bandai shenanigans. I think, like the gun tank. That's 100% going to be. They'll probably call it the Goog or something like that, and or the GOG or a high GOG or something. They'll call it something daft, and it'll be on P Bandai. I really badly want that gun tank. Out of all of the kits, out of all of the mobile sets, even though it was in like not even 2 seconds of footage in the first episode, where before it got blown up. Those kits end up being on P Bandai, don't they? At least favorite errors is the Gym Imposter though. The Gelgoog. I think it's called the Gelgoog. Yeah, it is. And I saw a screen with Gogs in water. My lovely potato boy. Ooh. Meanwhile, Seed is rocking that Zegot. Yes. Oh, my back. Meow. Right, so I kind of shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have put them on until, because they've got to go. Oh, hang on. They've got to go like that, and then I put that on. Oh, no. I've got to put that one on. I've got to put that in there first. Then they go over. Then I put these on. And then you put this on. Yeah. Yeah. Nice and clean. Uh, grab a hand grenade. Oh, you know what? I've put the hand grenade in a box that I was going to pick out, and that was the HD version of this. I don't want to pick up a hand grenade. Oh my god, I really don't. You know what? Seeing as it's closest, and something has fallen off of it already. I haven't finished this guy yet, but this guy has the capability of being a hand grenade because the hip skirts are rubbish and they keep popping off these little tabs. Oh, yeah, and like say they just pop off. They are terrible. And that's just falling off as well. Yeah, these hip skirts are a nightmare. Not a fan. And that's just fallen off the other side whilst looking at this side. Yeah, hand grenade. And I've not even finished him yet. So it's just fallen off again. It's terrible. So when you do paint it, you are going to need to put little tabs of super glue in these little clips because the hip skirts fall off just under gravity. And it's annoying. It is so annoying. And he will need the display like supports because it's just so much weight on the back. It just flops down. It's a great kit, and I love the design of the Zaku. But unfortunately, it is on the floppy side and the fragile side for now. But it's all right. I still need to build the Thunderbolt. But I need to do a stream where I'll finish up the Psycho Zaku, get the fuel tanks and all the weapons done, and so I can put it on display. I painted some part. Also, one thing I did to my colour bulb, I painted some part of it sky grey, giving it 2 tones of white. Taking notes from RG kits. Yeah, I like the colour separation in real grey kits, like with the white and off whites that they do. I kind of like that. Right, so that's one. Gonna finish up the arm, I think. So I'm gonna need that out of there. I need Yao. I need 19 and 5. J12, which is here. And clean these up and put these together because E18 and E4 are slightly different. And I don't want to get them mixed up. You know what? I think I will. I've got to snap some pics. Nice. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, pardon me. It's really odd that they put the nub right next to something that they could have attached it to there. I find that really bizarre. I bet the guys who sing this, they have trouble at airports and hotels from fans. You can just call it now. Some big old chunky parts, man. Do like Perfect grades for their bulk. Oh, it's the wrong bit. That's part of the wrist. Goes there. My bad. So what are you doing, man? Oh yeah, I'll get to cut these bits out as well. Because I'm not doing the wiring loom, you can put both sides on. It does tell you to wait until you've done the wiring loom before you put the other one on, but we're not putting the wiring loom in, so you can put both sides on. And then we've got the wrist cap, and then that's that done. Boy, I'm looking forward to my chicken tonight. Actually, I haven't had it in a while. Nice honey mustard chicken with potatoes and 2 veg. Yum yum. I still can't believe Mitch has been a 3-year uninterrupted subscriber. That's crazy. Thank you so much, man. 3 years. Yay, Vic. Morning, Lemon. Reminds me of Chemical Brothers. You made it. Thank you so much. I am chilling. It's big boy. It's big. It's my child. It's my 8th child, 9th child. I am surrounded by children. Not long got in just on front at the moment. I posted 7 pics on Discord. Nice. Yeah, mate. You got to do your. You've only just got in from work, so yeah. Food, family, and stuff like that. It's all good. But you know, if you ever want to, these are going on YouTube as a build series. So if you do want to watch them back, the playlist is live on YouTube, and I'm updating the videos daily. So if anyone wants to watch them back or whatever, or be part of it, albeit like from a you know, what's the word, a viewer perspective rather than a contributor to the chat. Because obviously when you're in the stream, you're part of the stream rather than watching it remotely, you know, on YouTube. So it's a different experience. So anyone who watches this on YouTube and fancy joining joining in with the chat, everyone's welcome. And it's a different dynamic than watching it back. But anyone that does watch these back, I really appreciate it. They are going on YouTube. So do I put them? I can put them on thirdly. Right, what am I doing now? Oh yeah, I'm putting that in there. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got that the right way around. You know what I did? And that's part of the unchained mode where I think the perfect grade is the only version of the unicorn that has the bicep split for the unchained mode, which is like a third mode. Interesting. 1, then 2, then 3, See, this is what I don't understand. It's saying about a bit that I don't see. Okay. It's like I'm really tempted to put these bits on because these are the unicorn bits that go on there with one of these flaps that cover this bit. But now we're going on to Banshee territory with the weapon, the railgun. But I'm tempted just to put these bits on for now, just so the arm's tidy. Because the blades and the housing in the middle, that's all separate. So you can do this step just to tidy that up. Okay. W, where are you? W, I found it. The worrying thing is there is a 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5. When all you're doing is just putting that in there and then squishing them together. It's quite concerning. We are in new territory here because I didn't do an I didn't do a Banshee, but I don't think the Banshee comes with the railgun and the claw. I think the P Bandai Banshee, not the P Bandai, the PG Banshee just comes with the shield and the grenade launcher Magnum, I believe. So the Banshee Norn perfect grade, I think, is P Bandai. I could be wrong though. Which would suck. Oh yeah, you want it to look like that from the show. All right, okay, you're gonna need to go to P Bandai and get the expansion set or the Norn perfect grade. P Bandai, okay. Oh, thanks, Bandai. We love it when that happens, don't we? But if you wanted to, you can equip the unicorn to have just the normal, you know, magnum and rifle, and just have the perfectibility back. Or you can give it the railgun and the claw, or you can give it the normal arms and give it the axe. So there's different display options. I guess. And considering, like, you know, it is like an it's not in the anime, I don't believe, and it's not in the manga. It's like the perfectibility is kind of like a mixed bag of all three, the Fenix, Banshee, and Unicorn together. So it's more like a gimmick kit, I guess. So you can display it how you want. There's no right or wrong way of doing it, I guess. Because if you've got the Banshee and you want to give it the and you don't have the claw and railgun, and you have this kit, you can use the parts on this kit to upgrade your Banshee, and then you'll have to paint it obviously because the parts are white. But you could give it the Norn parts and just have the perfectibility with the normal arms, with the rifle and sword or the axe for a more streamlined look. Like the arm silhouette wouldn't be no bigger than this, and then you got the axe, like the big axe, and a shield. So you could have it looking like that. I don't know how I'm going to display mine yet. I'm building this with this in mind. Like the Norn parts in mind. But we'll see. Yeah, I've done that wrong. Because that is all. I think I've missed a step in the arm. I think I did this originally. Yeah, I did. I've missed J3. I knew I've done this before. I've done this before. I am an idiot. It's easily done though. Because you're trying to ignore the wiring loom because you don't have it. So you end up building it, ignoring all these red pieces. But inside some of these steps are parts that you need to put on. And I did think like that just sitting there doesn't sit right. So yeah. And do I still need to put these bits on, even though that they ain't going on? So that's another step that I need to consider. All the parts are here. I just got to put them in the right order for whatever configuration I want to put it in. Have I put this bit together right? That, and that is that and that. Yeah, this is the bit I struggled with. Putting this arm unit in here. So that's there like that. I've got that all correct, but it's saying, oh, that bit's got to go in there. He says. Ha ha. Yeah. Put it together first and then transform it, Rick. It feels a sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, but it feels a lot more sturdy than it was. Now it's got that core piece in there. Just trying to think of whether I've got that right or not. Whether that goes in right a little bit more. Wow, Frost, how you doing? It feels like there should be another piece there to take up that gap. No, there is a gap. Okay. So, okay, but my legs hurt like hell. Why does your legs hurt like hell? What have you done? Have you been running today? Did you fall over? Have you been ravaged by a wild animal? Have you done 1,000 squats today? No, I haven't done any of those things. I'm not very good at guessing, but I'll give it a good go. Well, I hope your legs recover, whatever the issue is. Hope you get better. Give this room a hoover. But here we are with the progress so far. The waist unit and one arm. It still needs its hand and the weapon system on there, but apart from that, it is becoming a unicorn. It is slowly becoming a real boy. So yeah, this is video number 5, which is going out on YouTube tomorrow. As part of the build series playlist for the unicorn. So if anyone's interested, head on over there to watch the videos from the first step until where we are, so you can be fully catched up. Because on Monday we're going to be building the other arm, the hands, and the weapon systems. Possibly Tuesday will be the backpack and the head, and then Wednesday we can start on the wings. So this is probably going to be like a 3-week build, possibly a 4-week build, because there's some other steps here, and I can only do like 3 streams a week. And it's coming together nicely. It took me ages to build the original back in the day, but I made the mistake of cutting all the parts off of the sprues and putting them in trays, and I built it like a Lego kit, and that was very dumb. I didn't really grasp how to build Gunplers back in those days. I mean, all the painting skills there and whatnot, it was just like it was a new experience, because I saw the unicorn perfect grade. I was like, I must have it. And the only things I built from Gunpla before was a couple of master grades, and in 2003 or something like that. So it was a big step up But having built it before, but quite a while back, it still feels like a fresh experience, but it's still taking as long as it did before. So, question: should I buy the MG100 Sword Impulse Gundam or drop extra cash on the RG1144 scale Sword Impulse? I don't know. I've only built the Impulse Spec 2, and I've not built any of the Impulses in Master Grade, so it depends on what scale you want, really. But I've built a few Seed Master Grades, and the Master Grades are really good. So it's up to you what scale you want. Because I like the 1/100 seed kits. I think they're really good for 2012. Like the Bandai were cooking. They really were cooking with those kits. But if you've got a gap in your real grade line and the Sword Impulse will fill that gap, then you got to weigh it up, really, what one you would like to do, I guess. Well, 1/100 would scale well, but the 1/144 scale looks like a better build. Now, I mean, I built the Spec 2 Impulse a couple of years ago, and that weren't too terrible. I've never built an Impulse before. I've built all of the others, apart from a Master Grade Justice, Master Grade. I don't remember what it's fucking called now. Begins with a P, grey thing, big backpack. And the Impulse, Done of Destiny, and the Seed and Freedom. So yeah, just Infinite Justice and the Claw. So yeah, it's the Impulse is a Master Grade I'd be interested in, to be honest. But the thing is, the Master Grade kits from Seed are really good. So they're not to be sniffed at. They're actually really, really good molds, and I do think they're some of the better Master Grades out there, to be honest, for the time. But yeah, having only built the Impulse Spec 2, I can't judge it. So I'm assuming it's exactly the same. Because the Spec 2 only had a couple of bits that were different. Oh, that's right. I don't have a Blitz because I've got a Jewel and a Assault Shroud Jewel, and a Buster, but I don't have a Blitz. So I need a Blitz. Why I don't have a Blitz, I don't know. That's odd. So yeah, Blitz, Justice, the big grey dude with the backpack, and an Impulse. Yeah, I think those 4 Master Grades are possibly what I need to finish my seed shelf. Oh, and Atsuki, of course, like the golden bit. Right, okay, I'm going to have to get going because I need to cook dinner and have a bath. So, thank you so much, guys. It's been a pretty chill day today, nothing crazy. Monday, hopefully things will pick up a little bit, maybe have a little drink, kick back, and just shake off the weekend. But we're just going to get off. Appreciate everyone that's popped in. Thank you so much for the chat. Thank you, Mitch, for the resub and for being a 3-year uninterrupted. He's literally subbed every month for 3 years, and there's others out there that have done exactly the same. It's just you know, it's just like it stood out like 36 months. It's crazy. So really, really appreciate anyone that subscribes to the channel. And if you do, it does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. But I need to get going. I'm going to be back on Monday. I might not be back tonight. I don't know what's happening with my camera, but you can't see that. It's freaking out. But yeah, I'll be back on Monday, 1 o'clock. Thank you so much. I'm going to be uploading this tonight, and it should be live tomorrow. So if you've missed out on any of the build or whatnot, there's a playlist on YouTube. And thank you for watching it back. I really appreciate it. So thank you. I